Hi guys, my name's Christina. I'm here to tell you a little bit about being a CNA. I've been a CNA for the last 3 years. I've worked in 2 different facilities. For those of you who don't know what CNA stands for, it means Certified Nursing Assistant. I'm pretty much here to knowledge people about what a CNA does, the life of a CNA, what it takes to be a CNA, and to make people aware that being a CNA isn't for everybody. You have to have the heart for it. You have to deal with very angry family members. You have to deal with people who have dementia, who have Alzheimer's. You need to be ready to go if somebody is a full code, which you have to do CPR and stuff like that, or you need to be aware of people who are not full codes. My job consists of so many things. It really aggravates me when people sit there and badmouth CNAs. Yes, our job is somewhat of that. I mean, everybody has to go to the restroom. Everybody has to brush their teeth. Everybody needs a breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks when they're hungry. We are everything to these people. And a lot of people don't understand that a lot of residents don't have family that come see them. That's probably one of the hardest things of my job, is if I work a holiday, say Thanksgiving or Christmas Eve or something like that, and many of them don't have family members that go see them. It's just like, we're their family. We're there on a daily basis doing everything they need to survive. Just the other day, I was dealing with a family member, and I remember her just giving me thanks for everything I do for these people, that her loved one was so happy with what we do. She made me feel so good. I walked out of that room I told myself, that is why you have to be mentally prepared for how you're going to be working that shift. Working short is not fun at all. You pretty much do double work, but it happens, and that's what you signed up for pretty much. Some facilities work 8-hour shifts, some work 12-hour shifts. It's healthcare, and you do have call off. Like I said, you just have to have the heart for it. I actually had somebody recently I was training, and she finished her training, but she came up to me and she's like, I'm a nursing student. I'm a first-time CNA. This is the first time I've done this kind of work, and it's not for me. And she also said that she was changing her major. She didn't want to do nursing anymore. Not that it was a bad thing or that it hurt the facility that we lost her, but I looked at her and I told her, you didn't lose anything. We didn't lose anything. If anything, she gained so much for being able to get on the job training and see what it's like before she went through all this schooling and got her degree in nursing. She gained so much that day. I was so proud of her, honestly, just to be able to say, this job is not for me. Other things we do on the job are like showers. Some facilities have a shower aid and some don't. Everybody needs a shower. You shower them like you would shower yourself. You feed them like you would feed yourself. There's many that are independent, but there is just as many that need that extra help. You just have to be the helping hand and the person that's going to care for them and not bash them, not abuse them, not neglect them. You just have to step on the floor, with a clear head, ready to work your shift. You can't bring your home life to your work, just like any other job. You know, it makes your shift that much harder. Try to get along with all your coworkers because you work so close with them with this type of job. It's just like if I need help transferring somebody in their two-person assist, I need one of my coworkers to come help me. Just if you don't have a good relationship with your coworkers, resolve it as soon as you can, because it's very hard to work in an environment where you guys don't get along. You're their friend and you're their family. You're their sister, you're their cousin, you're their mom. I mean, like I said before, a lot of them have dementia and Alzheimer's, and they're not all there, you know? But your heart has to be all there to take all that in. And if you have the heart for it, it can be really joyful at times. Yeah, our job is sometimes the dirty job, but that's when your humor has to come in play. I mean, if you don't have any humor on this job, it's gonna be miserable. You have to have humor. You have to have a positive attitude. You have to have the love. There's so many aspects that go into this job, and it just really upsets me. My bottom line is that it upsets me when people like to stereotype and bash the CNA field or the nursing field. You know, we're all one team. We all stick together and have each other's back.
My name is Karen Grover. As a career, I wanted to be a business administrator, but it was too dry for me, and I decided to go into nursing. Yes, it started in Germany while I still lived in Germany, and then when I came to the United States, and I needed a job because my children's father died in Vietnam, I decided I needed to do something and became a nurse. Or my goal was to become a nurse. And at first started out as a CNA in California. And then we had a program within the school that would let us work overtime, and the overtime was used to pay us to go to nursing school. And I became first a CNA, worked in an acute hospital, in a teaching hospital, where I learned a lot. And then later on I had children and took that same program in consideration again and became a CMA, Certified Medical Assistant, and an LVN. The CMA was considered the title for when you work for a doctor, and the LVN was for the hospitals. After my husband died, I came back to Central California and went to work at the convalescent home.
How many years did you do that?
25 years. And in several different places, where rich people live and where poor people live. And there is a bit of a difference. There again, you learn with every day and every hour that comes. You do hard things, you do things that are sad, and I generally enjoyed it. It gave me satisfaction of having done something good for people.
So, how was the strain on your body as working in the healthcare field?
The strain is extremely high. It was a very hard job, and I had to shower a lady that was 365 pounds, and tried to pull her off of the bed onto the wheelchair with help. My help left me, ran out the door and says, I get more help. And I sat there with the lady, totally contracted, on the side of the bed, and I was worried to pieces that she would fall on the cement floor. So I stuck my knee under her and she fell on that, and then I could slowly let her down on the side. Well, at first that was considered, just back pulled, and I went to the doctor at that time because they told me to.
So that leads me to the question of how did you end up in a long-term facility like a nursing home?
I ended up there because the back injury got so bad, and the knees, after a while, the knees were also affected.
Upcoming CNAs, new CNAs, from your experience, what kind of advice would you give to them?
To show respect towards the elderly just because they are demented or have Alzheimer's. They're still a human being. And to use, I believe most CNAs already go into the field with the idea of maybe becoming a nurse. And they need to be aware of the fact that they can and have to work very hard. Mostly compassion and letting people, paying respect and letting people who they are, letting people be